Dear seekers of truth, have you ever wondered if the pages of Genesis hide a secret so amazing that it could rewrite the history of humanity? Today, we will delve into one of the most intriguing biblical mysteries ever revealed. Imagine for a moment that the enigmatic sons of Seth, briefly mentioned in the scriptures, were not mere mortals, but the guardians of knowledge so advanced that it could only be described as divine, or perhaps extraterrestrial. What if I told you that this genealogical line, seemingly insignificant in the biblical text, could be the key to deciphering the greatest enigmas of our civilization, from the construction of the pyramids to the secrets hidden in the Book of Enoch? We are about to embark on a journey that will challenge everything we thought we knew about our origins. This document, recently discovered in the depths of a forgotten monastic library, could be the missing piece of the puzzle. A text that suggests a truth so astonishing that it has been hidden for millennia. Prepare yourselves, my dear seekers, to question reality itself, because what we are about to reveal will not only change your perception of biblical history, but could unravel the greatest mystery of all. Who are we really, and where do we come from? The conspiracy of the Sons of Seth is about to be exposed, and I warn you, once you see the truth, nothing will ever be the same. To understand the magnitude of this revelation, we must go back in time to the dawn of humanity. Genesis, the first book of the Bible, tells us about the first human beings and their descendants. Among them, we find a brief but intriguing mention: the Sons of Seth. Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve, is presented in the scriptures as the beginning of a genealogical line that would eventually lead to Noah. But what lies behind this seemingly simple list of names? Why was this particular line so important as to be preserved in the sacred text? My dear seekers of truth, the answer could be much deeper and more surprising than we ever imagined. Various apocryphal texts and ancient traditions suggest that the sons of Seth were not simple mortals, but the custodians of ancestral knowledge of possibly extraterrestrial origin. Imagine for a moment a secret order, formed at the dawn of civilization, charged with preserving and transmitting advanced wisdom through generations. This revolutionary theory proposes that Seth, and subsequently his descendants, were chosen as recipients of privileged information, knowledge that ranged from advanced astronomy to the manipulation of unknown energies, technologies that even today would be incomprehensible to us. But where would this knowledge come from? This is where our research takes a fascinating turn. Ancient legends speak of celestial watchers or sons of God who descended to earth to instruct humanity. Could these beings be the true origins of the wisdom entrusted to the Sons of Seth? This theory would explain many of the mysteries that have puzzled archaeologists and historians for centuries. The construction of megalithic monuments with impossible precision for the time, such as the Great Pyramid of Giza, the surprising astronomical knowledge of ancient civilizations, even the sudden appearance of technological and cultural advances in various parts of the world. The Sons of Seth could have been the silent guardians of this legacy, transmitting it through an unbroken line of initiates, a chain of knowledge that would extend from biblical times to our days, influencing the course of human history from the shadows. But this revelation raises even deeper questions. If the Sons of Seth were the custodians of such knowledge, why was it kept secret? What forces could have been working to keep this information hidden from the general public? In the next few minutes, we will explore surprising evidence that suggests the existence of this secret order and its influence on crucial events in history. Get ready, because we are about to dive into the depths of one of the greatest biblical mysteries ever revealed. Now, my dear seekers of truth, let us delve into the evidence supporting this amazing theory about the Sons of Seth as guardians of divine or extraterrestrial knowledge. Let's start with a detailed analysis of the biblical text. In Genesis 4:26, we are told, "And to Seth, to him also a son was born, and he called his name Enosh. Then men began to call upon the name of the Lord." This seemingly simple phrase could hide a much deeper meaning. The Hebrew word used for call upon is kara, which not only means to call or name, but also to proclaim or teach. Could this indicate that Seth and his descendants began to transmit special knowledge about the nature of God or the universe? But the evidence is not limited to the Bible. The Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text believed to have been written by Noah's great-grandfather, provides fascinating details. It speaks of watchers, celestial beings who descended to earth to share knowledge with humanity. Interestingly, Enoch belonged to the line of Seth. The Book of Enoch describes surprisingly advanced astronomical knowledge for its time. It speaks of the movements of celestial bodies with a precision that would not be achieved in Western astronomy until millennia later. How could Enoch have obtained this information if not through an extraordinary source? But the mystery deepens even further. Let's now examine the connection between the Sons of Seth and the construction of ancient monuments, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza. The precision and complexity of the Great Pyramid have puzzled experts for centuries. Its alignment with the cardinal points is almost perfect, with a margin of error of only 0.015 degrees. It incorporates astronomical and mathematical measurements that should not have been known at the time of its construction. Most intriguingly, the height of the pyramid multiplied by 1 billion approximates amazingly to the distance between the Earth and the Sun. Its perimeter divided by its height multiplied by 2 results in the number pi, with an accuracy of several decimal places. Coincidence or legacy of advanced knowledge? Now let's connect the dots. Egyptian tradition speaks of the Shem-Su-Hor, or followers of Horus, an order of sages who supposedly ruled Egypt before the pharaohs. Could these followers of Horus actually be the Sons of Seth, preserving and applying their ancestral knowledge? This theory would explain not only the construction of the Great Pyramid, but also the sudden emergence of Egyptian civilization, with its complex system of writing, astronomy, and medicine seemingly out of nowhere. But the scope of the Sons of Seth's influence is not limited to Egypt. We find echoes of this advanced knowledge in civilizations around the world. In Mesopotamia, the Sumerians possessed surprisingly advanced astronomical and mathematical knowledge. Their king list mentions rulers with extremely long lives, reminiscent of the biblical patriarchs of Seth's line. In ancient India, the Vedas contain information on atomic physics and cosmology that has only recently been validated by modern science. Coincidence, or part of the same body of knowledge preserved by the Sons of Seth? Even in the Americas, we find evidence of advanced astronomical and mathematical knowledge among the Maya and the Inca. The precision of the Mayan calendar and the complexity of Inca architecture suggest a common origin of ancestral wisdom. But perhaps the most intriguing evidence comes from the Gnostic texts discovered in Nag Hammadi, Egypt, in 1945. These texts speak of a race of Seth, describing them as bearers of superior spiritual knowledge. Could this be a direct reference to our secret order of the Sons of Seth? The implication of all this is astounding. It suggests the existence of a global network of initiates, all connected to this line of Seth, preserving and applying advanced knowledge throughout history. But if this knowledge was so valuable, why was it kept secret? This is where our research takes an even more fascinating turn. Ancient texts suggest that this knowledge was considered too powerful and potentially dangerous to be openly shared. The Book of Enoch warns about the dangers of sharing certain knowledge with humanity in general. Furthermore, throughout history, we see evidence of forces actively working to suppress this knowledge. From the destruction of the Library of Alexandria to the persecution of esoteric orders in the Middle Ages, there seems to have been a concerted effort to keep certain information out of public reach. Could it be that the Sons of Seth, recognizing the potential for misuse of their knowledge, decided to preserve it in secret, sharing it only with carefully selected initiates? This theory would explain the appearance of secret societies throughout history, from the Eleusinian mysteries of ancient Greece to the Freemasons and Rosicrucians of more recent times. Could these organizations be the modern heirs of the tradition of the Sons of Seth? My dear seekers of truth, what we are unveiling here is nothing less than an alternative history of human civilization. A history in which the progress of our species has not been a linear path of discovery, but rather a process of gradual rediscovery of ancestral knowledge, guided by a secret order dating back to the dawn of humanity. In the next section, we will delve even deeper into the implications of this theory and explore how it might connect to modern events and phenomena. But before we continue, take a moment to reflect on what we have discovered so far, because I assure you, what is to come will challenge your understanding of reality even further. My dear seekers of truth, as we delve deeper into this labyrinth of ancient mysteries, it is crucial that we pause for a moment. Let's take a deep breath and consider the implications of what we have discovered so far. If the Sons of Seth were indeed the guardians of such advanced knowledge, what else might be hidden in the shadows of history? How many other secrets lie buried, waiting to be unveiled? Think for a moment. If this secret order has existed for millennia, silently influencing the course of civilization, how might it be operating in our days? Is it possible that some of the most surprising technological advances of our era are, in reality, manifestations of this ancient knowledge? And here is where our journey becomes even more intriguing. Because, my friends, there are indications that the influence of the Sons of Seth is not limited to the distant past. In fact, we might be on the verge of discovering connections that reach into our immediate present. Have you ever wondered why certain symbols and motifs appear repeatedly throughout history and in diverse cultures? Or why some people seem to possess an intuitive understanding of advanced scientific concepts? In the next few minutes, we will explore evidence suggesting that the line of the Sons of Seth has not only survived to our days, but could be playing a crucial role in some of the most significant developments of our time. Prepare yourselves, because what we are about to reveal could forever change your perception of the world around us. The truth, as we always say, is hidden in plain sight, and once you see it, nothing will ever be the same. Before we dive into the most shocking revelations of this investigation, I want to take a moment to thank you, my dear seekers of truth. Your insatiable curiosity and willingness to question the established are what make this journey of discovery possible. Many of you have been sharing your own theories and intuitions in the comments. Maria Elena wrote, "What if the Sons of Seth had a connection with the builders of Göbekli Tepe?" A fascinating observation, Maria Elena, which we will address in our next episode. Also, Carlos asked, how does this relate to Mayan prophecies? Excellent question, Carlos. In fact, there are surprising connections that we will explore very soon. If you haven't already, I invite you to join our community of researchers. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. This way, you won't miss any of our future revelations, including an upcoming special on the possible connection between the Sons of Seth and certain modern technological advances. Additionally, if you have your own theories or have noticed patterns that might relate to the Sons of Seth, share them in the comments. Remember, this search for truth is a collective effort. Now brace yourselves, because what comes next could be the missing piece that connects the ancestral past with our enigmatic present. The truth is about to be revealed. Let's resume our investigation, my dear seekers of truth. We have established the possibility that the Sons of Seth were the guardians of advanced knowledge, possibly of extraterrestrial origin. Now let's delve into how this ancient order might have survived to our days, and how their influence might be manifesting in the modern world. First, let's consider the possibility that the Sons of Seth did not disappear, but evolved, adopting different forms throughout history to protect and preserve their knowledge. One of the most intriguing clues we find in the history of secret societies. The Knights Templar, for example, officially founded in 1119, quickly acquired inexplicable power and wealth. Many historians have speculated about the source of their knowledge and resources. Is it possible that the Templars were a medieval manifestation of the Sons of Seth? Let's consider the similarities. The Templars possessed advanced knowledge of architecture, navigation, and finance. They built structures that defied the technology of their time. And most intriguingly, after their supposed dissolution, many believe the order survived in secret. Moving forward in time to the Renaissance era, the sudden surge of scientific and artistic knowledge during this period has puzzled historians. Figures like Leonardo da Vinci showed an understanding of concepts that were centuries ahead of their time. Could these Renaissance geniuses have been initiated into the secrets of the Sons of Seth? But the connections don't stop there. In the 18th and 19th centuries, we see the emergence of societies such as the Rosicrucians and the Freemasons. These organizations, known for their secrecy and esoteric rituals, have long been the subject of speculation. What's fascinating is that many of these societies share symbols and concepts that can be traced back to ancient Egypt and beyond. The all-seeing eye, for example, a symbol associated with Freemasons, has its roots in Egyptian mythology. Could this be a direct link to the ancient Sons of Seth? Now let's bring our investigation to the 20th century and beyond. It's here that things become truly astonishing. The rapid technological advancement we've witnessed in recent decades has been unprecedented in human history. From quantum physics to space exploration, we've made giant leaps in our understanding of the universe. But what if part of this progress was actually the gradual unveiling of ancient knowledge? Consider, for example, the field of anti-gravity. For decades, there have been persistent rumors about secret government experiments in anti-gravitational technology. Interestingly, some ancient texts, including cryptic passages from the Book of Enoch, seem to describe levitation technologies. Coincidence or evidence of resurfacing ancestral knowledge? Another fascinating field is that of free energy or zero-point energy. Although conventional science considers it impossible, there are persistent reports of inventors who have developed over-unity energy devices. Curiously, some ancient texts speak of unlimited energy sources. Could the mythical fire of the gods be a reference to this type of technology? But perhaps the most intriguing connection between the Sons of Seth and our modern world is found in the field of genetics. The rapid advancement in genetic editing, exemplified by technologies like CRISPR, has taken many scientists by surprise. However, ancient texts from various cultures speak of beings capable of molding life. Could it be that we are rediscovering knowledge that the Sons of Seth have guarded for millennia? Now, let me share with you a truly startling revelation. In recent years, there has been an increase in reports of what are known as indigo children, or crystal children. These young people show levels of intuition and understanding that defy conventional explanations. Some even claim to have memories of past lives or knowledge they shouldn't possess. What if these children were the modern heirs of the line of Seth? Could it be that ancestral knowledge is resurfacing naturally in our population, perhaps in response to some cosmic or evolutionary trigger? This theory could explain the emergence of phenomena such as collective consciousness and synchronicity, concepts that are gaining increasing attention in the scientific community. Are we witnessing the gradual awakening of a latent ancestral wisdom in our species? But if all this is true, a crucial question arises. Why now? What has changed for this ancestral knowledge to be resurfacing in our era? Some theorists suggest we might be approaching a turning point in human evolution. The ancient Maya spoke of cosmic cycles, and many spiritual traditions predict an era of enlightenment. Could it be that the Sons of Seth have been preparing humanity for this moment for millennia? However, not everything is optimism. If this knowledge is so powerful, it also poses significant risks. Throughout history, we've seen how technological advancement can be a double-edged sword. Could this be the reason why the Sons of Seth have kept their knowledge secret for so long? My dear seekers of truth, what we are unraveling here is not just a conspiracy theory. It's a complete reinterpretation of human history and our place in the cosmos. My dear seekers of truth, we have reached a crucial point in our exploration. The revelations about the Sons of Seth and their possible influence throughout human history compel us to reconsider not only our past, but also our present and future. It's time to elevate our perspective and contemplate the deeper implications of these discoveries. First, we must consider the very nature of reality. If such advanced knowledge has been preserved for millennia, what does this tell us about the nature of the universe and our place in it? Modern quantum physics has already shown us that reality is much stranger and more malleable than we ever imagined. Could it be that the Sons of Seth have understood these fundamental truths since the beginning of time? This idea leads us to question the very nature of consciousness. Many ancient spiritual traditions speak of consciousness as something fundamental in the universe, not simply a product of our brains. Recent advances in the science of consciousness are beginning to align with these ancient teachings. Could it be that the Sons of Seth have been the guardians of a profound understanding of the nature of mind and reality? Let's also consider the implications for our understanding of human evolution. Conventional theory tells us that we are the result of a gradual process of natural selection. But if the Sons of Seth have been influencing our development, could our evolution have been guided in some way? This brings us closer to the controversial theory of directed panspermia, which suggests that life on Earth might have been intentionally seeded by an advanced intelligence. Beyond our origins, these revelations force us to reconsider our destiny as a species. If we have been guided for millennia, where are we heading? Many spiritual traditions speak of a golden age or an evolutionary leap in human consciousness. Could it be that the Sons of Seth have been preparing us for this moment all along? This idea of an evolutionary leap leads us to consider the concept of transhumanism, the idea that humanity can and should use technology to evolve beyond its current limitations. Could it be that the advanced technologies we are developing now are actually tools to facilitate this evolutionary leap? However, with great power comes great responsibility. If we are truly on the brink of accessing this ancestral knowledge, we must carefully consider the ethical implications. History has shown us how technological advancement can be used for both good and evil. Are we prepared as a species to handle such power? This is where the wisdom of the Sons of Seth becomes crucial. If they have been the guardians of this knowledge for millennia, surely they have also preserved the ethical wisdom necessary to use it correctly. This could explain why so many secret societies throughout history have emphasized moral and spiritual development alongside the acquisition of knowledge. From this transcendent perspective, we can begin to see our history and our future in a new light. We are no longer simply the product of blind evolutionary forces, but conscious participants in a grand cosmic plan. Each of us could be a potential heir to this ancestral legacy, with the ability to awaken abilities and knowledge that go beyond our current understanding. But with this revelation comes great responsibility. If we are the heirs of the Sons of Seth, then each of us has a duty to seek the truth, to develop morally and spiritually, and to use any knowledge we obtain for the greater good of humanity and the planet. My dear seekers of truth, we are standing on the threshold of a new era. An era where ancient secrets and modern science converge, where past and future meet. The legacy of the Sons of Seth is not simply a historical curiosity, but a key to our cosmic destiny. As we move forward, we must do so with a mixture of enthusiasm and caution, of curiosity and responsibility. For the knowledge we are unearthing has the potential to transform not only our world, but our very nature as human beings. Ultimately, the story of the Sons of Seth reminds us that we are part of something much greater than ourselves. We are the heirs of ancestral wisdom, the guardians of a cosmic legacy, and the architects of our own evolutionary destiny. As we continue to unravel these mysteries, let us always remember that true enlightenment is not just about acquiring knowledge, but about using it wisely for the benefit of all creation. Dear seekers of truth, now that we have explored the depths of this ancient mystery, it is time to reflect on how these revelations can impact our daily lives. For the true power of knowledge lies not in its mere possession, but in its practical application. First, let's consider how this new perspective can change our way of seeing the world around us. Every ancient structure, every enigmatic symbol, every inexplicable tradition could be a clue left by the Sons of Seth. This invites us to cultivate constant curiosity, to question what we take for granted, and to seek connections where others see only coincidences. Ask yourselves, what patterns have you noticed in your life that you previously dismissed as insignificant? Could they be manifestations of this ancestral knowledge emerging in your consciousness? Moreover, this theory challenges us to reconsider our own potential. If each of us is a potential heir of the Sons of Seth, what latent capacities might we have? Perhaps those inexplicable intuitions, those moments of sudden clarity, or those abilities that seem to come from nowhere, are actually fragments of this ancestral knowledge awakening within us. I invite you to reflect. Have you ever experienced knowledge or skills that you cannot explain? How could you cultivate and develop these capacities? From a practical perspective, we can begin to apply the principles we have discovered in our daily lives. The idea of being guardians of sacred knowledge calls us to act with greater responsibility and awareness. Every decision we make, every interaction we have, could be an opportunity to manifest this ancestral wisdom. Consider, how can you incorporate greater awareness and purpose into your everyday actions? In what ways can you be guardians of knowledge and wisdom in your own sphere of influence? Furthermore, this revelation invites us to a greater connection with our environment and with others. If we are all part of this great legacy, then we are united by a deeper bond than we had imagined. This calls us to cultivate empathy, compassion, and cooperation. Reflect. How can you strengthen your connections with others from this new perspective? In what way can you contribute to the collective awakening of humanity? Finally, let us remember that with great knowledge comes great responsibility. As we awaken to these truths, we have a duty to use them for the greater good. This could manifest in many ways, from small acts of kindness to great efforts to improve the world. Ask yourselves, how can you use this knowledge to make a positive difference in the world? What concrete steps can you take to be agents of change and evolution? My dear seekers, the journey we have embarked on together does not end here. In fact, it is only the beginning. Each of you now has the seed of profound knowledge. Cultivate it with wisdom, nurture it with curiosity and compassion, and watch how it blossoms in your life and in the world around you. Remember, true revelation does not occur just in these words, but in how you integrate them into your being and manifest them in your actions. You are the modern heirs of the Sons of Seth. The future of this ancestral legacy is in your hands.